Say hello. Say hello. Hello, everybody. I'm Barrett, and I like to get in trouble. Hello. Can I pick you up now? Can we go? Can Mama record now? No, not yet. You finished your pouch. Hello everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and welcome to the Woodgrain Hop, brought to you by the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. The theme of this is obviously to use wood grain. We had someone comment that they struggled with it, and I was like, instantly I'm like, that's a great hop idea. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm got a few different pieces out here to show you the kind of wood grains I have. I used to have some lighter ones as well, but I tend to use those ones first, so I don't have those available to share with you. My plan is to combine it with the Christina is scrap lifting, doing 30 days of scrap lifts on her Redefine Creative page to kind of keep going with her live videos, and day 5 with scrap lifting Moira. So you know I had to get involved in that one. So I'm going to be scrap lifting a layout I saw from a little while ago, maybe this summer. Should pop up, you should see that. And I'm going to combine that with using wood grain. I probably won't use them all. I mean, I don't know, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. This one's a little much, but I feel like maybe that side would work. So anyways, we're gonna see what I can come up with, and there's all sorts of different types of wood grains you can work with. You can use them in all different types of way. If you have a lighter one, I use the lighter ones as backgrounds a lot of times. For example, this one actually makes a really, really great background. I would probably do some whitewash with it and then create the layout on top of that. However, I really want to use this really big strip right here and use that as the feature from the layout that I have chosen to scrap lift from Moira. And then it gives me the chance to still be able to use a little bit of that backside as well. This is another example of where it's got a wood grain vibe to it, right? It's not actually wood grain, I don't think. It might be, but it's got that vibe. So it's okay to use things that aren't exactly that and make it work for you. And just have fun. You can always just use it, like this one's quite bold and in your face, and just cutting just a little tiny strip of that and adding it as a border is a great way to use a little bit of wood grain here and there. So there's so many different ways, and I hope that this hop will inspire you and get you excited to try and work with it if it's something that you're a little bit intimidated by. All right, guys, I'm gonna get you on fast forward. So I am starting off by letting you know that I did this layout a little while ago, and I'm doing my voiceover a little bit later than I normally do. So you have to bear with me because I don't remember every step that I took. So the first thing I did is I knew I wanted that wood grain that you saw me cut there. That's going to be my big strip right in the middle, like you can see in Moira's, which is that big blue strip. I knew right away that was going to be it. And then I just went and I cut. I think I went into about 1.5 inches, maybe 1 3/4 inches, and I just cut. And I cut until I made all of it because I really wasn't sure where I was going to go with it. I liked how in Moira she had the same pattern paper but in different sizes on each side. I wanted to kind of play off of that a little bit, and I wanted to try to use a bit of every single one of these pattern papers. So happy to say I was able to do that. That's a big thing for me. I have now my stuff separated from collections in their own bags, and then I have about maybe 3-inch thick pile of pattern paper that is just random pattern paper I bought. I now seem to buy things in collections, whereas I used to just buy whatever I wanted that made me happy. But I guess maybe I used to store it differently. I'm not really sure, but I've got this stack of pattern paper that I love and I haven't really used. And so this is where I got all these pattern papers from. And I'm just so happy to have used a little bit of it. And now the rest of what I haven't used has gone into my scrap bag, which I tend to use a little bit more than I do my full sheets of 12 by 12. So it was a good thing to have happen. I'm also using, you guys, it's not white cardstock. it's gray, which is close to white, but it's not white because Moira she does use white cardstock, but she is very good at using colored cardstock. I am not so much, and as you can see, it's not that crazy colored because it's just gray, but it's a step in the right direction, and it's a nod to her, so I was pleased with that. And I'm going to go ahead and line it up. I did not measure. I just kind of randomly thought, this looks good. Cut it, made the other side the same, and just went with it. My pattern paper strips are thicker than Moira's because I'm going to actually layer mine on top of each other. I liked that kind of look rather than the separation. I have this weird thing about separating and grids and stuff. I like a good grid, but sometimes I struggle. I do better when there's layers to it. So that's what I went ahead and did. And I think I added 4 layers on each side, just like Moira. So that's the same. And then I just kind of went to see what looked the best and just went from there. At this moment, I have no idea what photo I'm using. Not a clue. I just knew that those were the pattern papers I was going to use. There is that floral wreath involved, so I thought maybe I would do something with Nora or myself, and there's a pop of pink. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of. I didn't really know, but I went from there. But what I ended up doing is I trimmed the gray paper down and am using a border of that plus sign paper. It's not technically wood grain. I guess it is a little bit, but not technically. And then I grabbed a cut file because it's November. I believe that just came from some stuff that Daisy and Megan sent me. I'm not sure who gave me what, but it was in that box, so I don't know where it's from. Sorry about that. And then worked on my photo. So you can see there were 2 options there. I have the photo you see me working on now, but there was also this funny photo of Nora and myself. And I love that photo. I am going to scrap that eventually. It's just a Snapchat filter, but like those big old curlers that used to be in your hair, that's what that photo is. I liked it because the color, the brown color, matched the wood grain. But when I placed this photo of Jackson in black and white on this, it just went. And it was larger, so it kind of took up a little bit more. And I just loved how it turned out. So that is what I'm going to use. I add a few little bits and pieces, nothing a whole lot. I'm adding my title, You've Got a Friend in Me, which is, of course, from the movie Toy Story. He was Buzz Lightyear in 2017, and that's what I'm documenting. So it's a Halloween layout without Halloween colors, which I kind of like. And I am just so pleased with how this layout turned out. So you'll have a look at my finished layout. Please make sure you check out everyone who's participating below and have a fabulous day. Bye.